In this video, I'm going to tell you 6 reasons that you should start your YouTube channel if you are in your 30s or older. Number 1, you have established expertise and maturity. So if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you have obviously lived some life. You've worked, you've had a life, a career, job, you've probably owned a house, or if you haven't, you've rented, you've bought some vehicles, you've got a family, or you're working on getting a family. You've got some life experience that somebody in their 20s or younger probably don't have. You've got things in your belt that you could offer to the younger generation that they don't have. You've got stuff that you could offer to people in their 30s, 40s, 50s that the younger generations don't have. So by you opening your own YouTube channel, you would have that ability to offer them information about life, about where they're going in life, what you did, mistakes that they could avoid, or you could even teach them finances, things that you've learned that should have been taught in school that didn't, and brings it to real life that you've learned it. You could teach that. The second thing is you could use your professional skills on YouTube. So if you have a online, let's say you do something online, you could use those what you do, your branding, your job, your whatever you do online, you could use that as your outlet on YouTube. You could show others how you do what you do, unless it's a secret, unless it's some top secret. You could show what you do, because that is your job, and that gives you the ability to spread that to them. YouTube is a way for everybody to express themselves in whichever way they want to express themselves, and you could express it by showing what you do. The next thing is going to be the authenticity, right? So your self-awareness, your being authentic with who you are. You know who you are, right? I mean, you're 30, 40, 50. You've got some life in your belt. You know exactly what you're going to do. You know what your next move are. You know what your job's going to be. You've already had jobs. You've got careers. You got family. You got friends. Life is pretty much established for you. You know who you are, and you're not scared to show anybody, because that's just who you are. You know, and people in their younger years are struggling to find out who they are, where they're going to go. And if you have already figured that out, you have that to offer to them. That they could even use you as a friend, or as somebody who is a confidant, because they know you're you. You know, you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 on up, and you've lived a life, and you don't care. You know, my friends always say they're not scared to show who they are, because they've already been around. You know, they're not, younger generations scared to cry or show emotions, and you get older and you're like, you know what? I'm a sensitive man. I'm going to show my emotions. Or, you get past all that touchy, tough stuff, and you're just like, I am me. This is who I am. And you can offer that to them. And that builds confidence in somebody, because they know you're going to be who you are no matter what. And so you can offer that to somebody, the real you. And people tend to attract to that, because they like that authenticity. The other thing is it is proven that the audience on YouTube is growing more to be the mature audience, right? So generally, the younger people are going to TikTok, or they're going to Instagram, or some of these other outlets, and YouTube is becoming more for the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. They're really coming into this YouTube and really starting to grow their own brands. And so you could access those people with those same skill sets as you, or in the same mindset as you, or who have the same life as you. So you're a 35-year-old, or you're a 40-year-old, and you meet somebody else who's a 35 or 40-year-old, and they've got 2 kids, you've got 2 kids. These are things where you can connect with people, and you have the ability to connect, and you can share your situations. They can share their situations with you, and you guys can connect on a level that somebody who's in their teens or 20s may not have those expectations or those abilities to do that because they haven't lived in those situations. They're single, they don't own a house, they don't have cars, or whatever their situation. They don't have a career, and so they're going to be looking up to you. Whereas if you have somebody at your age, they cannot look up to you, but also look to you as a confidant, somebody who's a friend, who's equal, who does the same thing as them. They can say, well, have you done this yet? Because I'm thinking about doing this, and you can warn them from that, or vice versa. So you always have something to offer everybody, even if you don't realize it. Next thing is going to be gaining digital skills. I don't think I even realized becoming a YouTuber how much I would gain skills on digital analyzing, filming, editing videos, the posts, and understanding what pushes, what don't push, how to operate this or how to operate that. There's a lot goes into filming, editing, and posting a YouTube video. I mean, you could just hit record and then post it. But the odds of somebody watching it's going to be very slim, and it's not professional, and you're going to want to eventually get into editing. And so when you're doing YouTube, you have those skill sets that are transferable. So you gain skill sets, and in 3 or 4 years you decide YouTube ain't for you. That's fine. It's not for everybody, and you get burnt out and things happen, whatever. You could take those same skill sets and be able to apply it to any job in the world, because you've got digital marketing, you're up for, how to sell yourself, how to sell something because you're able to talk. You've got different skill sets now that you didn't have before. You have communication skills, you have people skills, you have this new world of things that you didn't have prior to this, but now you're used to talking to people, you're used to communicating and understanding people and having sympathy and empathy and these things that you didn't have prior to YouTube, or maybe you did, but you've expounded on those skills now based off of just starting a YouTube channel. The final thing I wanted to mention is the generational impact that you could have on younger people, right? So let's say you're 30, 40, 50-year-old and you've made mistakes. You could have an impact on a following that you didn't know you can have. They always say that there are people hanging off your shirt collar that are trusting on you that you don't realize, right? There's a lot of people in this world who rely on you and you don't realize it. There's people relying on me and I don't realize it. If you don't think I'm telling the truth on that, why don't you mess up and fall and see how many people come knocking on your door saying, man, I really had faith in you. I was following you. I looked up to you. I was trusting you on your judgment. Or make a bad call. Make a bad call and they're going to say, man, I really trusted you on that call. I really expected that you was doing the right thing on that. And so you can have an impact on people and not even realize it. So that would be another thing that if you are over 30 or 40 or you're getting up in your ages, you could have an impact on younger people, especially just say you get 1 million followers and you could tell them, hey, open this savings account, it's going to help you. I just opened it, it helped me. Or I opened it 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever, and it's helped me. And you could tell your audience that, and you've made a generational impact. You don't realize just how much of an impact you can have just through social media. I just wanted to let you know that there's no age limit or age cutoff as far as when you are allowed or not allowed to start YouTube, right? You can start YouTube at any age you want to start it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I think, you may have to be 13 or 18. I'm not sure exactly the age as far as young, but throughout your years, you can start a YouTube channel and be very successful, even up until you die. I mean, there's no age cutoff limits. There's no health cutoff limits. YouTube is a creative outlet for every person who wants to start it. Now, you got to have the gut, the willpower, and you got to stick with it because it's a slow grow, but it is a grow. And at some point, it will grow. You just got to stick with it, determine it, and you can do great things with it. By the way, my name is Jordan, and if you've got to this point, I appreciate you, and I thank you for watching this video and giving me the time that you gave me. And I encourage you to hit that follow button, like this video, share it if you feel like you got something and it could be beneficial to somebody else who's thinking about starting YouTube. And I will see you on the next video, Lord willing. Thank you.